Hello, Ben. Firstly, would you mind telling us your experiences about studying abroad? How many countries have you been ever before?
When I was a junior in college, I studied for a year at Kobe University, 神户大学. And after I graduated from college, I spent about a month in Mexico teaching English. A lot of the countries I've been to were not during study abroad, they were during a cruise around the world. We went to over 20 countries, and then I was working as a translator.
20 countries.
Right.
Wow, it's so much, so many. And then in these countries you pick up the languages, right? We know you master 11 kinds of languages very well. You must be very talented to learn language. And we wonder if you have any little tips on it.
First, please don't exaggerate. I have studied many languages, but I feel like I have not practiced many of them recently. So I'm not as good now as I was before. In terms of tips, I recommend doing a little bit every day so that you don't forget. And I recommend tying what you learn to some kind of experience. Because if you use some words or phrases or grammar in a real setting, then you're more likely to remember it later. You have more roots to retrieve it later.
Okay, thank you. And on the way to learn language, you must suffer from some difficulties. We wonder if you can share one of the problems you met and how do you handle it?
One problem I had in Chinese was with sounds. When I first started Chinese, I didn't realize it, but everything I said was wrong. Everything. Every sound, every tone, every vowel, every consonant, anything that could be wrong was wrong, and I didn't know. And the way I solved that problem was I encountered a good teacher who was very patient, and that teacher was willing to point out every mistake. And at first that teacher thought I was completely hopeless. But that teacher believed in me, and so eventually I was able to overcome a lot of my problems in pronunciation. So I recommend that you find good teachers and keep studying with those teachers.
Is that teacher in your school?
That teacher is a Chinese teacher I met in Tokyo.
Tokyo. Wow. Okay, that's great. Thank you. And well, since you are good at the 11 kinds of languages, but now you are in China, right? So in what way could you keep fresh memories of the other of them? And do you need often practice them?
I basically don't practice, and so I become slower. I do forget things. But if I'm speaking with people who know that language as a native language, then over time things come back to me.
And most of us feel very proud to be one of your students, and we wonder if you can share your dream with us.
Sun-chan, one of my dreams has been to help all of you, to help you and your classmates achieve your dreams. And seeing how much progress you made last year made me feel very good about that.
Okay, thank you. Now let's see what your students evaluate you and what they want to say to you.
Okay.
Oh, Benjamin. I should say he's a really excellent teacher. First of all, he's dedicated. He almost spends all his time on his job and helping his students to solve their problems. Furthermore, he's really humble. He treats all his students equally. He never prefers helping these students to helping another ones. And when you have a talk with him, you will find that he will look at you straightly to show his honesty and respect for you. However, another minor point is that sometimes he's a little strict. He always asks us to do a lot of assignments and read a lot of books, such as news articles, novels, and plays, and so on. But I should say that without this kind of tough job and practice, we cannot improve so impressively. So above all, he's really excellent.
And I think Benjamin is very kind. When he give us class, and he always smile and encourage us. And I think his smile is the most beautiful smile in the world, and full of sunshine. But when he give us exam, I think he is very horrible, and he always serious and strict. When I step into class, I think I was like a prisoner, and when I see his serious face, I almost cry.
I remember Benjamin recited one of the famous Chinese article at the first class. We have been really astonished by his oral Chinese. However, he is our oral English teacher. During 1 year's oral classes, the most impressive thing for me is to do his quiz once a week. I think maybe his quizzes are a little difficult, but then we improve our oral English step by step. As we know, he is very strict in studying. Personally, I admire him very much. Maybe I will never meet a teacher as good as him in the future.
Wow, Benjamin, I love him very much. First, I think he's very handsome young man. And secondly, I think he's very knowledgeable because he's from Harvard University. He can speak more than 10 languages. His Chinese is so good that made me ashamed. Thirdly, I think the most touched me a lot. The most thing that he touched me a lot is that he can remember your name, and every time he just rides his bicycles passing by you, and he can call out your name, Hi Fei, and I think it's very warm. Let me feel very good. Thank you.
Welcome back. Well, that's really funny and interesting and moving, right? Then we see that many students feel fear of your quizzes. Now could you tell us why you often have us do that?
Well, if there is pressure, then we do a better job. If there's no pressure, maybe you feel good about yourself, but you don't improve. 帮到忙. If it's too easy, then it doesn't really help you.
Yeah.
I have enormous respect for you and your classmates, and enormous faith in what you can achieve. And if there's no challenge, then I'm limiting you. So I tried to give you a challenge that you could meet every week. And really every week you surpassed my expectations. Every week you all did an amazing job.
Yes, thank you. And before we finish our today's interview, what do you want to say to our audiences? Anything you want to say?
I am so proud to know you and your classmates. It was such an honor for me to teach you. And I wish you the best of everything. You deserve every happiness and good fortune in life.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll see you later.
Benjamin, I love you.
Benjamin, I miss you.
Benjamin, I miss you. Hey, Benjamin, I love you and I miss you so much. I love you. I miss you.
Benjamin, I love you. We miss you, yeah. Benjamin, I love you forever.